I don't know what to
Alright,
say.
I'm recording right now.
Just pretend like you got some sense.
Alright, everybody quiet on the set. Go ahead and state your name for the camera.
Okay, sorry. I can't take you serious. So just state my name,
Yes, please.
and that's it?
Yeah.
Okay. Do I say like hi or like just Kimberly Reyes? That's it?
Hello, my name's Kimberly Reyes.
Okay.
Sound good?
Okay, do it again.
Alright, go ahead and state your name for the camera.
Hello, my name is Kimberly Reyes.
Awesome. Alright, Kimberly. I got a couple questions here for you. Is that okay? Do I have your permission to ask these questions?
Yes.
Alright, sweet. How's your day today? You doing alright?
It's going.
It's going?
Yes.
Alright, you nervous?
Yes.
You don't have to be nervous. Just let these questions flow through you, and just be as detailed as possible. Is that something you do for me?
Yes.
Okay. Make sure you elaborate on your answers. Alright?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, Kimberly. So, what is it that you do? Who is Kimberly Murray?
I am a dancer. I've been dancing since I was little. I'm 20 years old, and yeah.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Jersey, of course. I was from Old Bridge, and now I'm from South River. Yeah.
And how do you like where you live now?
I like it. It's a small town, so not a lot goes on, and it's quiet in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, in high school, what did you study?
In high school, I went to vocational and technical school, and I studied graphic design, and then I switched over to dance.
Dance.
Mm-hmm.
So, what inspires you to be a dancer?
What inspires me to be a dancer? I would say, I don't know. I've been surrounded by dance all my life, and I guess I wanted to. My two older sisters dance, so I wanted to be a part, and it kind of like connected me more to them. And then it wasn't until I was like 12 where I actually fell in love with dance and saw that this was like a way of life. And when I stopped dancing, there was nothing that I wanted to do but dance. So I guess that's what keeps me going.
It was just in your veins.
Yeah.
It was just something you couldn't run away from.
Yeah.
So, I guess because you've been training since high school, or since you were 12, right?
For dance?
Yeah. You said you were training since you were 12, right?
I've been training since I was 4, but I didn't take the training seriously until I was 12.
Oh, wow. So, as a dancer, what do you think is the toughest part about your training?
Not.
Give me 1 second. When I ask you the question, try to reinstate the question in your answer. Sound good?
Okay.
So I know what questions is being asked.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
So, okay, we'll
What
go back.
is the toughest part about training? I'm trying to think of that.
Alright, so we'll try this again. As a dancer, what is the toughest part about your training?
As a dancer, the toughest part about training would have to be not breaking because the teachers sometimes, depending on who they are, they'll yell at you. And when you look at other dancers, you kind of downgrade yourself and think, oh, like I wish I was them, or I wish I had their extension or their feet or their turn or their body type. And you just get discouraged, and you always have to try your best not to break in under the pressure. And when people are yelling at you, correction, it's a lot that goes into it.
So, as a dancer, I'm sure there's a lot of training. Do they teach you technique?
There is a lot of training, and yes, that's the main core of dance is technique. You do bar, you have ballet and all that stuff. That's the foundation of dance, and as a dancer, you should always have technique.
Okay. And do you say, like, did you wake up one morning and think, hey, I want to be a dancer? Or did you already feel it in your body, like, I have this talent to dance?
I guess I woke up one morning and I was like, hey, I want to be a dancer. But at the same time, it was kind of like it was in my blood at the same time. So I think it's like a little bit of both, but it really depends on the person. Some people are just naturally amazing, and some people are, they just want to strive for it and they get to it.
So what do you think is better, talent or technique?
What is better? I would say talent, because technique, you can always learn it. It's never too late to learn technique. Technique is usually easy to pick up. If you're dedicated, it's very easy. But talent, I think, is hard to find nowadays.
That's deep. To kind of go back to the training, how often do you as a dancer train? You personally?
Me personally, I train Monday through Saturday, so 6 days a week, 8 hours a day, and yeah, it's very hard.
Describe to me what that looks like. Are you stretching? What are you doing?
So when I get there, we have like a few minutes to stretch, to like do whatever you need to do to get warmed up, and then we go into classes, and then they warm us up, and then depending on like what you do, it would start off with ballet, it would be bar, and then center across the floor, then it'll go into like leaps, jumps, turns, and then usually it'll go into choreography or repertoire.
Nice. Financially, describe to me what it looks like financially as a dancer. How are your finances?
As a dancer, financially, it's you're struggling. It's a lot to be a dancer. Everything is money. The classes you take is money. Depending on how long you take them is money. Transportation, wherever you are, whether or not you're taking classes in the city or taking classes in Jersey, you have to commute either a bus, train, car, so gas is included. Snacks or like little smoothies or anything you want to eat or bring with you, that's also money. Depending on what school you go to, there's always a tuition, and it doesn't include the ballet shoes, the point shoes that you need, the leotard, the tights, so that's all extra. So I would say a month for dance would probably be like close to $2,000, maybe more, depending on how much point shoes you run out of.
Wow. And that's just for like if you're getting classically trained. That's not.
Yeah, just for like schools.
Gotcha. So, do you think it's hard to break into the dance industry?
Yes and no. I think it is hard to break into the dance industry, but it's not at the same time. It really depends on who you know in the dance industry. A lot of people, if you know a good connection, then it's easy for you to get in. But people who don't have good connection, then it's 10 times harder, because you have to work your way. You have to make sure you have that technique, make sure you have the talent, make sure you have the passion, make sure you pick up choreography good. And then also you have to present yourself too as a dancer. So it's everything's included. So that's why I think it's like it's easy for some people to have the connection, and it's not easy for the people that don't have the connection.
Is it easy for you?
No. It's not easy to break into the dance industry for me, because I never really took my technique classes seriously. So I was always on and off in my technique classes, so I wouldn't really focus in class. So right now I'm trying my best to do that.
Gotcha. All right. So, if you were to change one thing about the dance culture, what would it be? Because from what I know, it's pretty cutthroat.
I don't know what I would change.
Well, what would you want to see to make your life as a dancer a little bit easier?
I guess, I mean, you need the toughness though in the dance industry. So I think the one thing that I would change about the industry would be like choreography, because nowadays all you see on TV is like sexual choreography and not really actual dancing or actual technique or like leaps and stuff. It's just, like shake my butt, twerk, look sexy. That's it. So I think that's the one thing I would change.
Yeah, it's actually pretty noble. Do you think people respect the art of dance, or are just entertained by it? So I know you were talking about people people twerking and all that stuff?
I think people are entertained with dance more than respecting it and knowing what goes into it, because I personally think dance is like, we are athletes, but people don't see us that way, so they don't know like what we do behind doors. They only see us performing and they enjoy it, and yeah.
It's pretty deep. Now, what is your ultimate goal as a dancer?
My ultimate goal as a dancer is to be a commercial dancer, which is basically performing for artists, during doing concerts, award shows, like BET Live, all that stuff. Even being in commercials or in dance movies. That's my ultimate goal,
Why is that?
because that's what I wanted to do, and I think it's fun. You get to meet new people, you get to meet artists, you get to see like who they really are, and you get to be surrounded by a whole bunch of dancers and be able to do what you love with everybody.
And we're going to take a break really quick.